Hey, welcome back to the channel. Got a little something on the bench for you here. So I'm just working on this Radiomaster. This is the ELRS and a blue version of the Pocket Crush. So I had to get a radio smaller for my son's hands, and this thing really seems to work out pretty good in his hands. But there's a couple things I didn't really like about it. But I figured I'd come down here and mess around with this a little bit, and I thought, why not pop up a live stream, hang out? Anybody that wants to pop in, say hi, ask a question, so feel free to do so. But this really is just more or less messing around with this, hanging out, answering a question or two, and that's about it. So yeah, so if anybody wants to join the live stream, I'll check in with chat here in a minute. Make sure my camera's still in focus. I know sometimes I forget that I'm live filming, and I end up going out of frame here. There we go. So yeah, the Radiomaster Pocket seemed to be the best fit. I don't have, by the way, I have no affiliation at all with Radiomaster. I like their stuff. They seem to listen to the community when it comes to, you know, the quadcopter life. They seem to listen more than anyone else. So I have had this out of the package, and had this on the simulator, so he's already gotten to try it out. I know I'm going to be replacing these pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and get the Mark McComb Grizzle Pubs, but I need to make, so this is I think 3mm, so I need to get a 3mm stem, so all thread, and then I'll use a different, I'll use his Grizzle Puffs because those are my favorite. Hypnos, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Apache Smoke, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. I've been, I know some of you have followed along, but I've been limping around on a crutch after falling down the stairs coming home from the museum race. I don't know what I was thinking trying to carry everything downstairs. It's been quite a burden on other family members, but kind of bound to a chair, so I thought, well, what more fun to have than sit in my chair here and do a live stream. John, how's it going, man? Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, just so you know, I'll be honest with you, I like the throttle on this. It feels pretty good. A little bit hard on the spring here, but this one is like really tight. I mean, it's really springy. So I was going to take a look at it and see what's going on in here and see what I could change about it. I'm not really liking it. If I have to, I'll peel it apart, but I think let me see if I can. I got my handy dandy Stream Deck, my little mini Stream Deck. How cool is that? Thank you, Hypnos. Just so you all know, Hypnos is Patreon. And then if you look down in the description of all of my videos, there'll be a block for Patreons and members. If you would, check them out, subscribe to their channels. But thank you, Hypnos. This thing is sweet. I don't have to go fiddling around with the mouse and all that other stuff. It's so nice. Let me turn off studio mode, and then we'll go directly to the bench so we can get a little zoom in here. But you can see in the Pocket Crush, there's a little cutout right here, so you can access, that would be the tension. So you see that little lever down in there? The silver lever. That's going to create tension, but that's not going to deal with the springiness of it. So I'm going to have to look around here. Let me get a... So left and right. So in these holes here, so there's a hex screw down in that hole, and it appears to be another one in this slot here. So you can reach down in there and adjust those spring tensions. But man, it's so stiff. I don't know if it's gonna, we'll see. I kind of see down inside here a little bit. All right. I had to work that into the hole. So I got my hex. This is a 1.5 millimeter hex driver through that slot. So this is going to take off some of that spring tension, so your pitch up and down. So I think if I remember right, if I turn it counterclockwise, or it's clockwise, lowers the. I have a video on my channel if you're wondering what inside those gimbals. There's little carriage. The spring is attached to a carriage, and if you go clockwise, the carriage goes down, which takes away some of that tension. If you go counterclockwise, it raises the carriage and increases the tension. But I wonder if it's the same on these. So now I'm maxed out, and this thing is still just as springy as can be. So let me go the other way. Check in on chat here. Yeah, Apache, man, I tell you what, it was bad. I thought I broke and ripped off. I really did expect to see my foot sideways and my knee. I'll tell my wife, like, look at my knee, you know, because I thought it was going to be sideways. I only missed like the last 3 steps. I can't imagine all of them. I think there's 7. Oh yeah, so it's counterclockwise. So if I turn that counterclockwise, I can feel it loosening up a little bit. It's not much though. I don't want to go too far. They should have endpoints so you can't just. Oh, that's better. Yeah, he's got little tendons in his thumb. I don't want him fatiguing his thumb out, right? So I've taken almost all the tension off of that. So now we can go. So now I'm going to do roll. So make sure I get this in frame. So I'm going to go through that hole. And now this is going to take care of roll left and right. So we'll go counterclockwise. So you can see here, I'm just back and forth for roll. Yeah. I'm going to just go all the way one way to, I loosened it up a bit. I think I want to have some tension on it, especially if he's in horizon mode or something. Yeah, if you pitch too much while you're doing this, your tool will fall out of the hole there. I think right there. Oh, that's much better. Yeah. You can kind of see how it's a little bit more sloppy. Before it would just, you know, like really. Oh, that's much better. I definitely feel more even. Look how fast that transition was. You gotta like that. That was cool, wasn't it? Let me see, make sure my other one's set up. I didn't even look when I jumped on. I just jumped on. But yeah, okay, so that's set up. Bench face, so now I can jump on the internet real quick. Look at that. Look how fast that was. Oh, you want to go back to the bench? Man, that's something else. How about bench and chat? All right, so let me check in on chat. All right, so we got have a nice stream deck. Yeah, Batchy, that stream deck, that's something else. And it can do a lot, even though it's so small, because you have a whole nother page you can go to. And then you can give it all kinds of. I really like it. I think it's really neat. I've seen it used, and then of course when I was helping out with race directing, you know, I'm aware of it. I knew of its technology. I just couldn't see spending money on it because, you know, there's VTXs to buy or whatever. So what a gift. Check in with MFR FPV. How's it going, man? So there's a MFR FPV's my first member of the channel. So he inspired me to create a unique identifier. So he gets a special thing next to his name. Perfect travel, but the gimbals are a bit. Yeah, the gimbals are small. I should grab my other radio, but the gimbals they're smaller than the Zorro. So I have stock Zorro gimbals around here somewhere. I should pull them out, but yeah, the throw on these gimbals. Let me zoom in a little bit here. So the throw on these gimbals, if you see, so that's maxed out, and then that's it. So you could see that the travel from my index finger travel is not much, and that's actually smaller than the Zorro. So they are pretty small. Yeah, shoehorn some AG1 minis in there. No, I think I'm gonna leave this one just the way it is. Definitely needed something for my son to run the sim. It's really nice though, because his hands do fit on it very well. Actually, it's not too bad for me. I don't think I don't like it as much as my Zorro. I like my Zorro the way I don't have real long fingers, but I've got, sizable hands. The Zorro's just, it fits so good. I could totally fly this though. I do like the bigger gimbals on the Zorro. I will have to admit, I do miss the full-size gimbals, but man, when you're trying to stretch your thumb, and have to turn your wrists in, that messes me up. I'm not that good a pilot, and if I have to rotate my wrists so that I can get full stick deflection, especially UDL racing, because you're like full stick the whole time almost, can't do it. Yeah, Zorro, Tango, they're good size. Morton Upshot, how's it going? Hypno says, I got the pocket for a buddy and C-Bus to sim with. I was interested in learning FPV. I much prefer the Boxer, but it seems like the decent little radio. Yeah, it seemed like, for the money, right? I didn't have to pay for shit. I got it off Amazon. It was like $69 on Amazon. And it's like, it's his birthday, so I had to get him something. Why not get him a radio? Boy, did you watch me go through the pain in the neck to get that back in place? All right, so yeah, neat little screen. I'm really not going to do a review on this thing because there's a whole bunch of stuff out there for it. So all the way down is default, and then they got different push buttons, momentary right there. You got a dial here that's not, I don't know, it's not really that friendly, to be honest with you. It's kind of stiff. It'll stay in place. You won't accidentally move it, I can tell you that. And then you got a three-way switch here, and then you have a switch like a on and off on both sides. You could, in Betaflight, you could make this switch do a whole lot more. But I'm going to teach him how to arm his quad with this one. And then we'll do angle and acro, and then I'm not sure about this one yet, and then probably turtle mode or pre-arm on that one. We might do, maybe turtle mode on that one. I don't know, I ain't figured it out yet, but it is different if you see it. It doesn't have as many options, and they're further in. It'd be kind of nice if these, I don't know if I would want these on the inside or the outside. What do you think? Would you rather have these push buttons on the inside and have the three-way switches on the outside? Or maybe have the three-way, you don't want the three-way switch under where you're holding, because then it's too easy to disarm on accident. Then it has these little joysticks here for the trims.
Trim center.
I like that it gives you a noise.
Trim center. Trim center. Trim center. Trim center.
And then it's got built-in ELRS. So, oh, that's much better. He's definitely gonna like that. You can see it's not as violent coming back. It's kind of got some wang to it. Me, I don't have any. If when I put my radio together, my throttle, if I put my throttle stick up, and if it's warm, it'll slowly move down on its own. That's how I like my sticks. Check in with Chad here. How's it going, Ryan? Welcome to chat. Hey, did you guys know that the We Bleed finals in Fayetteville, New York, just outside of Syracuse, New York, is happening this weekend? So we got some Ohio boys there. I can't list them all off right now because I don't have a list with me, but I know right now custom FPV and gaps, FPV gaps are there, and they'll be racing. So they're qualifying on Saturday, and finals, I think, go all the way to like 10 or 11 o'clock Sunday night. So that's going to be on We Bleed's face. You know, we could look for their channel here. Let's go up here and We Bleed. So they're live. So they had the esports, and then they not have any live stream set up. Latest. Huh. I'll have to look for it. You know which, you know where it is on the live? Proximo's going to be there too. Okay. Anybody, any other Ohio boys going to be there? Curly Fly at TX12. I like the size, but want more features. Yeah, if you want more than the TX12, that TX16 be about the only choice I could think of. The Boxer, you know, the TX16. I ran out all my switches for the rescue drone. I ran all of my switches in one of the dials. I don't see the live stream set up yet. That's interesting. I thought it'd be set up by now. Let's make sure chat's moving along. I don't know why, but there, yeah, see, it wasn't even moving along. Trying to make sure chat moves along with us. Zorro, hi folks. For the price, it's epic. Yeah, custom stick ends are almost a must on this thing. I mean, they're not bad. They're not bad. The crowns are good. They're good for him, you know. I think they're fine. But man, when you put a set of Mark McComb's Grizzle Puffs on there, I don't have any in front of me. You guys know. You guys are always on. I know you guys are always on my channel. The Grizzle Puffs are the bomb. Love my pocket. I use the EdgeTX Syndron for it, and it works perfect. Added some pencil top rubber onto the sticks. Oh, that's interesting. You put some erasers on the top. I like it to bite in. I don't want to slide around or move. But I don't like this crown. Let me see here. This crown doesn't have that many points to it. You can see it's like a lot of they'll have like a double crown. This one has a single circumference, and it bites in pretty good. His thumbs are kind of, he doesn't have any calluses yet. We're working on it though. He's out there working today, moving some concrete around. I think the G12 does really. The GX12. Yeah, the I think Wiseape has the GX12. I got to see it, and I don't. It was more of a box field to me, if I remember right. That's the one that has the 900 and 2.4, correct? It has like the custom 3D plates you can kind of modify the stuff in. I think that's what you're talking about, right, Morton? I got to feel it, and it was very square. FPV Disciple, how's it going? Got yours in the mail this morning. Haven't messed with it yet. You got yours in white? Yeah, his favorite color is blue, so I just got done loosening this stick. This one was fine. This one felt good, but they definitely weren't they weren't even. So like you would pull you could feel the spring tension on this side for your roll and pitch was really, really tight and would spring back really hard compared to the yaw and throttle. So I kind of made them a little bit more even. I'll see if he likes the yaw. I could loosen it up a little bit more for him, but I think he'll be fine with this. You know, you only need this stick to be a little bit stiff because of the he might be flying in horizon mode for a little bit. See if that comes back. All right. I just got mine in the mail. All right. Hypnos. Yeah, was that your team? Man, you'd have to pronounce that for me. I don't think I could see it. Is that your team? I don't have anything in here to break out a chat on the bottom of the screen. That would be more entertaining, right? If I could highlight the actual can I do that in here? Not sure why, but doesn't seem like it's moving along. There we go. Oh, I see what's happened. The device that I'm using to read comments is frozen. Nice. Okay, so now I got to go back. Yeah, so bravo to Hypnos FPV and all of the esports team members. You guys, third place, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I was trying to keep up with it. Riot New Elderon V14 Max is also out since today. I'll have to look at that. V14 Max. FP Disciple says the stock is really not bad. I agree. Yeah, not too bad. I did it out of the box earlier, and man, it feels small. it is a little small for my hands. It's just a little too small. I gotta like hold my thumbs, hold my wrists off to the side so I could. But it's great for him for sure. I like my Radiomaster Zorro the most. FPV Gaps, how's it going? We Bleed Race in New York. Yeah, I told everybody you and Custom were there helping Skittles and whoever set up the track. Now I don't know if you know it. I don't see anybody in chat right now other than FPV Gaps. But FPV Gaps and Custom set up a track this past Sunday. So we got to fly the Weebleed track, the AK design. It was pretty fun. It was pretty cool. I should have did an audio check. Is my audio okay? So Yes, that's why I added the erasers on the stick ends because my fingertips still here. Yeah, man, yeah, I could definitely see it. That crown being a single circumference of sharp, yeah, that's gonna bite in pretty good, you know. That it ain't gonna take long, right, Gaps? FPV Gaps knows what's up. That's gonna chew in there pretty good, pretty quick. Yeah, FPV Gaps, you're gonna do it this weekend, man. You're gonna have fun. That's it. That's all I ask. As long as when the camera pans over and sees your face, I want to see a smile. You can feel it. So FPV Disciple says he can feel the spring tensions a little much. Smags, what's up, man? Smags FPV. I'm at work, but I stopped in to say hello. I appreciate that, man. Any time just to come in, say hi, hang out for a little bit. FPV Gabs coming in to hang out. MFR FPV coming in. Hypnos FPV, Morton. I got a whole bunch of people in here, right? FPV, Disciple, Patchy Smoke, Riot's in here. I appreciate y'all stopping by, checking it out. I was going to answer some questions. I've kind of taken a little bit of a break from Facebook. I have to admit, Facebook has kind of been getting on my nerves lately. There's just so many ads and garbage and stuff that I didn't sign up to look at all that. It's a dinosaur. It's the dinosaur, theoretical, but with fractal. Since our team was sponsored by Fractal Engineering, they were going to send me I think a 75 millimeter frame. Never seen it, but it looks cool. So you claimed tied for 5 and 6 to third place podium. Man, that was some grilling stuff, man. You definitely have more stick-to-itiveness than I do. That I don't know if I could do the sim that much. But my hat's off to you for doing it. You've gotten a lot faster too. You really feel like all that sim has translated? I mean, when you race at the museum, it's kind of different, right? Because of the stage, the lights, the people watching, the live stream, the noise, the everything. But all in all, when you feel like that sim really translated to putting down laps in the basement. Thanks, FPV Gaps. Appreciate the audio check. And Riot, I appreciate it. Full send with a smile, right? FPV Disciple, prior to the crush, I was rocking the TX12 Edge TX for years. Unfortunately, my SD card went missing, so I replaced it when the Radiomaster website to download the stock files, and it didn't work. Oh, no. So the TX12, so you're saying the TX12 stock file on Radiomaster's website didn't work? So I replaced it went to Radiomaster's website and downloaded the stock files, and it didn't work. That's very interesting, because that file's pretty generic. Unsure what it was doing wrong, but decided to just get a new one. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely, oh well. So the thing is, you have Edge, turn that off, you have Edge TX. That's the firmware that runs the main controls of the radio. And then you have Express LRS. So you're saying that you downloaded the SD card. The SD card contents has to follow the EdgeTX version. So you can download EdgeTX to the radio, and then that version has an SD card. So yeah, I was going to say, MFR, man, it ain't raining yet. You're probably going to be ripping packs after work, ain't you? More outshot, just build yourself a flying bathtub. I miss what Morton said. I love to fly. That vape shop someday, I promise to break very little. Yeah, dude, you have to get a hold of Gaps. Let them know. We had quite a few people show up, and it kind of got to the point where the landlord got involved. So definitely get a hold of him. Still got the radio, probably. You know, I actually have a video on my channel about that. Let me see here. Let me use my handy dandy Stream Deck. Look at that, man. That is so nice. Because my eyesight ain't that great, and then everything I own is tiny little. You know, I got like small screen, all this stuff. So fiddling around with the mouse trying to figure out where I am is something else. So that Stream Deck is something. Thank you very much. Let me see here. I just did Radiomaster internal RF module identifying possible issues. Spring tension. Oh, so I did the bad size given. I haven't finished editing it yet. I think it's a little bit older, but I did a video on update ELRS. I thought I did a video on updating the EdgeTX. I might be still editing it though. Yeah, I think I might still be editing that. I'm gonna have to look at that. Yeah, with the EdgeTX, you can go to EdgeTX, and they have a EdgeTX companion. So they call it like EdgeTX Buddy, and it will download the firmware to your radio. Like you identify the radio that you have. It's pretty nice. Man, I thought I made that video. But yeah, and then the SD card contents is a separate file. You get off GitHub, you can get that file, or just when you plug in your port, you can just download it that way too. I like to take the SD card out. It's just preference, I guess. Oh yeah, MFR gonna go rip up some of that Best Buy parking lot. Is that the one that has like the field and but water's my now? Yeah, the field has a pond or something next to it. Uh-oh, Hypno's saying that the sim feels like it kind of messed you up. So when you're, oh yeah, I never thought about that. But in the sim, you're like, yeah, I'm like 60 degrees or something in the sim. So then you're trying to float. You're gonna go up and down too much, right? So when you start flying regular, you're floaty. 70 degrees can feel like 45 in real life. So I have to sim stupid high angle and then go in real life. Get to sort of mess me up. Yeah, especially when you're grinding that hard. You were simming like every day. Couldn't get you to do anything fun with us. Saw him in chat. Was hoping for a casual nod. You're talking about, I saw him in chat and hoping for a casual nod. Was that FPV Gaps? FPV Gaps is a quiet guy. No idea what the bathtub comment is in reference to. I'm not sure either. Bathtub reference to flying. Oh, flying to the vape shop. All right, Apache Smoke, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi and smashing that like button. That like button's kind of important. YouTube, man, they've really changed a lot. They've taken away so much. I get letters all the time from them because my channel is monetized, so I do earn a couple of pennies on commercials that run. Since the view count's so low, it's 36 cents or whatever. But the clicking on the thumbs up and just having a general chat, it pushes your content out further. I don't see it pushing it out past, I don't know, 63 I think is the most I ever had on the live stream. 83. But I just kind of came in random today. I wanted to mess around with this, and I wanted to look at a couple things with my camera. Do you notice? Anybody said nothing yet, but I don't have all my junk in behind me. So that's one thing I wanted to test today is whether or not, we can kind of see my HDZero over here. See this here? This was given to me and said, if you could fix it, you can have it. And I fixed it. So now I have it. And it's a 65 millimeter HDZero quad. Stoked. But yeah, do you notice that not all my junk and washing machines behind me now? It's kind of neat, huh? Kind of stoked about that. Have no idea what the bathtub, blah, blah, let's see, reference. Morton says, I'm engaged. All right, appreciate it, man. Your setup is cool. Great mic and background. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I shouldn't say sir, right? I'm supposed to be anonymous. But I was looking at my analytics and just kind of curiosity, right? And it's 99.98% male. So I do have a couple of female subscribers for sure. But this industry is just dominated by the fellas. What can I say? Green screen looks good. Yeah, I was worried about the computer because this is not my computer. I was really worried about overheating it, and I know that green screen stuff can really add a lot of heat and slow everything down. I'm not sure what I'm running at. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure. Oh man, the stream's running fast. So we're only like 5-second delay on this. Are you guys able to read the comments? Does that comment come in clear? Hypno said, that's funny. I was going to give you my broken AO1 and say, if you can fix it, you can keep it. I'll tell you what, I'm 1 for 1 right now. So I would do it. I hate to say it because you know that after the museum last year, I'm like, I'm done. I'm selling my 65s. I'm flying 75 UDL quads. I have to admit, it's a little hard to compete with people. I'm the only one flying a 75 millimeter UDL, so it's 42 grams 75 millimeter, and everybody else is like 16, 17, 18 gram 65. So it's tough keeping up with everybody. And then I flew this 65 after I fixed it last night, and man, it's so fun to fly a little quad in a small, my basement's, got a bunch of junk in it, and flying a little small quad around, especially ripping fast, it makes me want to do it. But I'm sticking with my UDLs for now. So maybe this summer, UDL, there's a UDL race this weekend. in Springfield, Dayton area, Ohio. I think Saturday. I have to check with Isaac, but I think it's Saturday. They're on Street League. So if you go to Street League and then go to Cruise, so that like the chapter or crew, Underground Drone League, you can find the information there. Who would have thought? Comments are on point. Okay, cool. Chat looks good on the stream. Phone said, no way I can read them. That's kind of why I was like, should I read the comment and then answer? Like if somebody has a question, I should read their question and then comment on the question. Just so, there's some interaction or whatever, so you can tell what people are saying. So we'll do that. Lost one at Morton. You say you lost one at the museum? So let me see. Let me scroll back here a little bit. Advanced radio, probably revisit the edge for it. So FPV dangles. I'm sorry, FPV disciple, right? Yeah. Radiomaster website, disciple. Let me see here. Let me look in the website real quick and see if I could find that. EdgeTX buddy. And of course I gotta change my internet screen here. So if you pull up EdgeTX buddy, this is what it looks like. And then right here is where you put your information. So you'll select your firmware, and then you connect to your radio. You put your radio model in here, and then you can flash. You can download the files, and then so like full change log. So if you go to GitHub, GitHub has everything in there, so you can kind of read about some of the other stuff. And then it gives you all the information that you need. Let me see here. I can't remember. I think they have the SD card contents in here. User manual. But this is where you'll go. So you fill out this information here of the version that you want. I would check to make sure. I'm pretty sure you can run the latest version on the TX 12. And then, of course, you have, the Radiomaster TX 12 right there. And then see how this popped up. So you can flash via USB. So, of course, you're going to want to make sure you're using the top side USB. I can't remember on the TX 12. I know on this one it has, this is your port for your, and then this is for charging. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's where you want to go for website. It's really cool. It makes it fast, that's for sure. And they do have a companion too. So they finally came out with the companion so that you can migrate the models from one radio to another. I'll have to admit, I migrated models from my Radiomaster or from my TX16S to my Radiomaster Zorro. And there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't like. But one thing I want you to check, when you update your firmware, I found that the updated firmware for my Zorro, if you go into systems, let's see here, system. Oh wow, that's terrible. You can't even see that, can you? Oh no. Yeah, you can't even see that screen. It's just blasted out. Here, let me see if I can turn the contrast up. Bear with me 1 second here. Let's see if I can change the contrast on this. I can change the contrast. Now I'm looking for brightness. Backlit, duration, brightness, 100%. See if I can get the frequency to change. There we go. How's that? You can see that screen okay now? All right, so if you go, let me go ahead and back out of here. And then in the system, go over to hardware. See that right there? See that ADC filters checked? This one actually, I haven't touched this one because we're just doing sim. But if you're gonna fly a legitimate quad or an ELRS receiver somewhere, you gotta turn that off. Isn't that something that's still on in default, even though that we need it off for quadcopter? For Betaflight has its own RC filtering, so we don't want that on. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, when you update the firmware, and then also you want to look at your baud rate. Let me see if. So the internal, so this is the hardware section. This is the main area in your radio hardware. I have a bunch of videos on my channel about this, but the default on this one is 7.25 M. So that's good if you're running ELRS receivers that have newer firmware on it. But if you're running older firmware, you might have some issues. Telemetry loss, telemetry cover. I've got live stream videos on that, all kinds of stuff on my channel about that stuff. I did 2 live streams. I have a PowerPoint presentation in the beginning of. Those are the ones you want to look at. All right, Martin, have a good one, man. I think yeah, no problem, FPV, Cyble. Yeah, so all kinds of stuff in these things. I'm pretty happy with this. Looking pretty good. And then what was the other thing? Oh, I was gonna mention something. I got one of these dudes used. Well, it was new, but it was used. It was pre-owned, but it was new. How about that? So let me, I'm going to pull something up since they came out with it. I didn't have an opportunity to check out the HDZero. Like they didn't send me a review. And as you know, I don't have. Let me pull this up real quick. Should have something on their website here. Still on my bench, aren't you? All right. Switch over here real quick. So I had the opportunity to sit with Carl and check out these box goggles. So this is Ryan pretty much went to town on these box goggles. As you know, he's president basically of the, I think he's president of the Divvy Math now. But Ryan went nuts on these. And I got to check them out at the museum. I don't want to say that I, had preconceived notions that this is it's a $300 box goggle. And that I recommend to like new people the detachable Emax goggle, so you can kind of take the screen off. That's why I showed you that screen on my bench. So it's kind of neat. You can have a goggle and then you can have a screen. A lot of people have complained that they get like headache from it though. I haven't used it myself for hours or duration of long racing and stuff, but these I'm interested in learning more of whether or not I would get a headache from wearing them for a while. And then just durability, dropping them on the floor. But everything else, I'm telling you what. So imagine this: if you're at the museum or you've watched some footage on my channel about the museum, you know that pilot area is big. I mean, they don't mess around at the museum. They give us a large area to be in, that corral. I'm sitting in the very back of that corral, and I have these box goggles on, and there's somebody on the track. Now, mind you, they're flying through the Korean warplane exhibit. I don't know. I mean, that's 6 years I've been there, either a spectator or a racer. I'm sitting at the back of the pilot area. I'm not kidding you. With the box goggles, they have two antennas. So there's one here, one here. Is my mouse moving on the screen? Yeah, okay, my mouse is moving. And then behind this flat panel here are two 7-gain patch antennas. Okay, so I'm sitting in the back of this room looking at the exhibit, and I could totally race that HDZero quad. Absolutely, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That the image was clear and went through the whole time. I expected it to rainbow every time they went under the plane or on the back side of the wing, because that reflective property of that wing is pretty amazing. I could have flown the entire heat with that box goggle sitting out in the corral. So I was pretty impressed. The other thing I thought was unusual compared to, I've got a bunch of box goggles. If you ever seen, I think a community post I posted like through the generations, right? All the different box goggles and stuff. But it's really unique because it's kind of like the Fat Shark box goggle screen. It has like it allows your eyes to focus in, and I wear glasses. My script's not that bad. I mean, I can see, but I can't read like signage and stuff. And then I have astigmatism in both eyes. It's pretty gnarly. But I could focus in, and it was pretty clear. Was it crispy? No. And the one bad thing about it is my glasses are wide, so I couldn't fit my glasses into the box goggle. And there was a bunch of other people that couldn't fit into the box goggle. So, but for $300 and the amount of tech that's in that, I was quite impressed. But like I said, I don't have any. I like Carl. And Ryan, and I always enjoy getting to see him when we're at an event. But I don't have nothing to do with HDZero other than the fact that I just like the stuff, right? When it comes to HDZero, it's pretty good. But then you won't have to have a monitor, or if you want the box goggle and the monitor. But like the monitor, I think it's $175. It does not playback. I really wanted a playback, and as a YouTube person, I guess I'm a YouTube person, it doesn't have any microphone jack in, so you can't record that I know of. You can't plug in a microphone to it, so while you're recording your flight, you can't like commentary on top of it. Let me check with chat, make sure we're not getting too far behind. Hypno says they look amazing yeah, you seen them. You were there sitting across from us. I mean, they're really nice. They got a good feel to them, and I mean, they feel like the other ones. Yeah, it wasn't like all chintzy plastic or something. It felt pretty good. And then they have all the features of the actual the FPV buy goggles, so you get all the stuff. Lemon, how you doing, man? Oh yeah, Ivan just you just did a big review on the goggles. I like your review. It's funny. Go check it out. Go to Lemon and check out his channel. He just did the review on them. I thought it was funny. Oh yeah, definitely happen. Wait a minute. Yeah, definitely go. I don't want to tell too many people because then it lessens my chance to win. Go to his channel, go to that video, and Gox Boggles in the comments, and enter yourself a chance to win a set of those box goggles. I really want to win them because they would go on my son's face so good. But I ain't worried about it. One day. Yeah, Hypnos, you got to check them out. You wear glasses too. So do you feel like were your glasses able to fit inside the box? Because mine weren't able to fit, and there was, I think, two other people couldn't get their glasses to fit in because they actually have like little cutouts on the goggles themselves. There's like a little spot you could take the foam out, and then your glasses slide in. But I mean, I'm not a small person, so my glasses are 52s. Yeah, so they're 52s. They're not going to fit in. Or actually, aren't they 54s? I'm sorry, they're 57s. So 57 glasses are not going to fit in. I could wear my glasses perfectly fine in those goggles. Oh, you could. Okay. So your glasses fit right in. I really like how when I put my face in them, my eyes, it was kind of weird at first and it kind of concerned me that I would have a headache because like when me and Gaps get together, it's a 50 pack evening, 30 pack evening. When I go to the flight field, probably 16 packs, and that's like looking in the goggles a long time. And I'd get a headache from some box goggles that I had. So that was the thing. When I put them on my face, it looked like my eyes crossed a little bit. So I was kind of, once they focused in though, it was nice. The fan worked really good too. You don't have to crank them up. So, you know how warm it was in the museum. So I had them down to like just under mid. You can't even hear them. I could wear my glasses perfectly fine. There's okay. Thanks, Hypnos. Hey, some exclusive content I forgot to add in my video. So Ivan says how HDZero tests goggles for vibrations. So HDZero, so they do some abuse to their stuff to make sure it works good. Because that was the only thing about the box goggles. I want to make sure that if people bought them and they dropped them, it's like because I hate to say it, that it's pretty easy to break the SMA board on the HDZero goggles. So if you drop them, you're probably breaking that SMA board. Oh, and then also on the goggles, one antenna. So let's go back to the internet here. So if you're looking at the face of the goggle, it's the right hand side antenna. That's the only one that does analog. So there's just one single antenna. For analog, it's the one to the right. So if you're flying out in front of yourself, you definitely want to throw like a 3-gain patch, something, like a 3-gain would be wider, so you have more width. If you're gonna fly like directly in front of yourself, do yourself a favor, put like a 6 or an 8-gain patch on, and you could send that sucker for a while. Cowboy, how you doing? My box, my Gox boggles. Yeah. Hey, I was kind of lucky. I had somebody come in the chat and said, "Hey, you might want to check your spelling. Good luck." I was like, "Oh, thanks," because actually my auto fix on my phone actually reverted it back to box goggles instead of Gox boggles for the giveaway. Let's see. Link looks blushy, but it's actually a video. Yeah, I should. Let me look here. Give me 1 second while I try to figure out how to smash on my keyboard. So yeah, let me jump over here, make sure I got this right. Throw on like a, yeah. So it's Ivan's channel here. And this is a right here, right? Yeah, 5 hours ago. I was in the live stream. That's it right there, right? Or was it the... No, it's not the live. Yeah, so this is it right here. So that's a good video. It's funny and informative. Is that right? That's the video, right? Oh, yeah, you can't put a link in. I can, though. I can do it, though. There. Yeah, go check that out. And then go to the comments and leave a comment and smash the like button. I'm telling you right now, YouTube loves that like button. If the more people, so if you have 100 people come in and smash the like button, and you have 100 people that came in and watched, then guess what? YouTube says, you know, of the people that came in, they liked it. That's a big deal, because then they'll push you out. Because anymore, this hobby, like, we need to help each other, because in this hobby we're getting like shoved down into the, I mean, I hate to say it, but like drag racing nitro semi trucks are getting more views than FPV. We can't have that. No offense to all the nitro semi truck drag racers out there, but I mean, we gotta bump up our viewerships. I hope that's the right video. I hope I had sent the right link. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I did not know that. So HDZero puts these things on a rigorous vibrating device to beat on it. That's good. That's the thing that I want to know, because you know, it depends on where the screws are, the fans, the vibration, the harmonics from the fans internally, you know, loosen things up, or you know, if you drop them, then it doesn't work. And if I'm starting to recommend these to all the new people, STEM programs, stuff like that, because box goggles, I'll be honest with you, you know, they're expensive, and they don't offer nowhere near as much as these do for $300. I should say not this, but the box goggle. So I think it's pretty good. I think my device just froze up again and I lost chat. No. So did I get the right link in there? Cowboy says mine kept doing that with spelling too. Yeah. You had to almost turn it off. I can't turn it off though, because I can't spell worth a garbage. My mom was an editor, and she can spell anything. She could type like 110 words a minute, no error. I mean, it's quite something. So she was like an editor, senior editor for a place. So I always asked her how to spell stuff, and she helped me spell it. So I never learned how to spell. So I gotta keep it on. Yeah, YouTube won't let you put links in unless you're a moderator. I don't have any moderators right now. My live streams, they're just random. I just come on and start like messing with stuff or playing around with something, and figure I could come on a live stream, and if somebody's having an issue, I can try to answer any question I can. Actually, I'm kind of to that point now. Do anybody have a question? Anybody have a project I'm working on, or just something that's kind of stumped you I might be able to help you with? I'm a little bit versed with DJI, but not really that much. I get around. So I fly my super duper, Y'all seen this? Oops. So that's the Vista. That's about as far as DJI as I've gotten. Can't afford the Avata 2. I want it, but by the time you buy extra batteries and everything, it's too expensive. I talked to Ryan about this while we were at the museum, and he says he's going to go ahead and he or someone or they, whatever, will try to write some code so that the SD card, when it fills up all the way, because that's really annoying me, your SD card stays, it fills up, and then it's no longer recording, and you're not paying attention because you're trying to be a race director or some famous announcer at this race. So you don't look at it and you don't know that it's, not recording anymore. So it's going to loop. So the old will be replaced by the new, and that'll be a setting that you can change to choose to do that, which I will. Because honestly, if there's something like really epic that happens, or like an accidental, I made it through that hole without crashing, I'm going to grab that footage off pretty quick. So I'm not going to worry about it getting, written over. So that should come out pretty soon. But the one thing I really wished it could do that I guess it cannot is playback. That would be so fun to have playback on this thing. So maybe V2 will have some playback. What do you think? I was trying to find the information also. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to find the information on Weebleed's race this weekend. I really wanted to go, but the wife was mandatory at work, so we couldn't make it, which kind of bums me out, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can find it real quick so you can know where it is. So we got Hypnos, or no, I'm sorry, Hypnos told me we have Proximo, we have FPV gaps, and we have custom FPV at this event. So we have 3 Ohio boys. Anybody know of anyone else? Any more Buckeyes going to be at the We Bleed race at Fayetteville, just outside of Syracuse, New York? Trying to find the link here. I'm not having any luck. Salt City. I don't think that's it either. I don't know why I'm not having any luck pulling this up. Cowboy says we have a group from Ontario, Canada heading there. That's awesome. Are they going to be there tonight then? Or you think they're already there? They had, I think they had drinks and stuff last night. Across the way, there's like a shopping center right across the street from the hotel. Last night, I think they hung out. Yeah, they're already there. Yeah, so FPV gaps and custom FPV are already there. I think they got around 2 o'clock today. I'm so jealous. It is what it is. For me, it's 7.5 hour drive. Hey, I'm not seeing it. I need to. So March 14th through the 16th, Northeast Whoop Championship. I was trying to find the live stream. I was going to put a link in for the live stream event. Here, let me just go ahead and switch over to this so you can see. I don't have any affiliation with We Bleed. I just like Jeff as a person. I think he's a really cool person. I enjoy hanging out with him. Northeast Whoop Championship, March 14th through the 16th, and this is Fayetteville. And then all the information should be on here that you want to know about. But we're going to be rooting on three of our Buckeyes, and if I find out there's more, I'll let you know. Looked at the channel assignments on Weebly Discord. Didn't see any other Ohio boys. Thanks, Hypnos, man. I appreciate that. So Hypnos FPV. As you guys know, Hypnos is a Patreon member, so his link to his YouTube channel is in the description. So please go show him some love. Subscribe to his channel. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, why am I not seeing the live stream information here? Like, they should have a link to their YouTube channel or something. Who's sponsoring it here? This is not on Weebleed's channel. I'll have to get old AK. Paul's gonna be there. I've known Paul. I met Paul so many years ago. We were at a campground racing. 2016. And man, you want to talk about one of a kind. Paul's an excellent person. Joe's there. Everybody loves Joe. Doug. Jace. We Bleed Man. Jeff. Ken. Anthony. Dude. I want to go. You're making me mad. I can't go. That's okay. Another event will come along. So yeah, sorry to scroll up and down and all over. I'm just trying to find their YouTube link for the let's see here. Make sure my chat's rolling here. For some reason it stops. Let me see if I can get chat up in here. We'll just put it right here. How about that? See if I can. We'll put it back over here. How about that? I like to see chat in the live streams. Well, wanted to hang out and say hi to everybody. Can't see any links. Yeah, maybe they haven't generated them. I might call Jeff up and just find out directly from him where to find it. So I'm definitely gonna be in there rooting on my Buckeyes. Hey, you guys got any questions about any projects or anything? This dude right here, I have to take apart because there's an ESC issue I need to fix on it. But this is my favorite. Is 3-incher. This frame is bulletproof, and I have links on my channel. This is the GA 180, I think is what it is. But I'm going 3D with it, so I'll be playing around with that. I only sim in 3D, so I don't know why I haven't flown this in 3D, so I'm going to give it a shot. I might have to find some different props for it. And then my Super Duper, I'll probably be flying it pretty soon. Right now, it's hard to get around because I can't walk yet. So, do you guys have any questions of anything I have going on? Might be able to help you get unstuck from. Well, I appreciate your time, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for being a part of the PropsOff family. It means a lot to me. I've celebrated 6 years. I have something coming up for that. It's nothing major or really big, but it's going to be kind of neat. It's going to be a little different. So I have to film that yet next week and get it posted, but it's going to be like a 6-year thing. I'm going to kind of go through the channel and some of the things, for newer people that might be chiming in. And then it's just a very small giveaway. It's nothing crazy, but it's going to be different. So we'll mess with that. Hey, how's it going? 1 p.m. in India. 1 p.m. Well, it's 3:40 here. 3:40 p.m. 1 p.m. Well, hey, I appreciate it again, everybody swinging by and joining in. Hit the notification bell because my live streams are quite random, and save up any questions you might have. Oh, AM. Yeah, 1 a.m. I was kind of wondering. I was thinking about that for a second. 1 a.m. Yeah, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you in chat on the Northeast Championships there. So it's all good, man. Yeah, 1 a.m. Yeah, 3:41 p.m. here. So I got to go up and get some spaghetti ready. So gonna have a lot of family over for dinner tonight. So y'all have a great night. I appreciate you stopping by, and save up your questions for next live stream. Maybe you can pick my brain, try to stump me, as Nappy likes to say. Y'all have a great one. I appreciate it.